It says, America, Indonesia, why yes? What does that mean? And look at all the fireworks. It was certainly an expensive pastime. We do it with our imagination now. It looks like people went to marches and got disappointed when nothing happened. Whereas in other places, people risk their lives just to go to the market. They had to feed their children. Am I remembering what is supposed to be or what isn't? You know, when I was a child, I danced with the horses in the trees. The trees have a door that faces east. And I danced with the light and the dark. I didn't know the difference. I danced for the sun to rise, and it rose every single morning. And I danced with you, and I fell in love. It looks like they only got so far as dreaming. Imagine in your heart is a flame, and it is burning, and your body is filled up all around the flame. Okay, let's get busy here. See those clouds stuck in the ground? We have to remove them. We've got some practical work to do. Want to swap the t-shirt for this relic of a gun? Or see that storied warhead lying over there? Downsize it for me. And I'll give it to my cousin as a memento. I think that's what happened here. No name, just repetition. Can we skip this part? And just face peace. Fast forward. No. I'm serious about this talking. So, hi, my name is Sara Selton Mann, and I moved here in 1979 from Canada. And the way I work is I put out a question, and it has a name. And then I work through process and through collaborators. So I want to do a little acknowledgement right now. It's David Slava. He was also on stage, beautiful dancer too. Maria and Hannah, Kathleen and Nash are not here, I don't think. And David, the Calvin's out there. And then Keith has been a long time collaborator with mine. Not in this show, but with Contraband. So I work in circles. The question is the center, and people come with their skill, expertise, where they are on their path, and so it has many layers, and so we collaborate. I'm a collaborator. The other thing that I have started to pay attention to in the last 10 years, and most recently quite severely, is what I would call a process of tracking. That I track the visual field, the kinesthetic field, the auditory field, and the auditory digital field. So I track those modalities separately. For those of you even looking at this or who saw the work, imagine taking away the video and the lights. What would it look like? Taking away all sound. Keeping video, light, sound, and taking away all movement. So what I've really tried to do, or aimed to do, is to focus and condense state, frequency, and modalities into a very complex and dense structure that is very simple. And then pace the environment through it so that it has a permeable, so it has a membrane that reads through the physical body at all levels, conscious, subconscious, subcellular, and cellular memory, and through the physical energy field, which is also non-physical, and all the other fields. So I try to, what I aim to do is permeate the space with a vibration and a frequency. And each collaborator holds an aspect of the aspect that they're working on in this planet and a relationship and an understanding that makes how it's put together much larger than my vision or even the whole. See, I actually wrote some notes about this particular thing. I've been writing and dreaming on, the magnetic pole reversal 2012, media reporters, violence, kids growing up, the school thing, and I listen to KPFA a lot, and I'll pick up a magazine anywhere. And then one day I sat down on the street, and I started noticing the advertising, and everything was soundbite. And if you look at some of these magazines that come out weekly or monthly, they lead you. They're really talking to your subconscious. And so I just started to sit down and laugh and just write and mix everything together. And then I wrote the seasons of my childhood, which were different on the planet than the information that's coming to people now, kids growing up. It's a really different place. And so I just started tossing these things around and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing. And with Telios, I had a dream that I walked outside and the world was on fire. And I thought, well, I better go in and sit down and figure out what to do. And so that's how that started. And then Inspirare, I saw an extraordinary painting by a German man. I apologize. I don't remember his name. And I had already started working on the piece, and I had the name already, but suddenly I saw a crusted layer, a terrain with history all underneath it, and little china cups and little parts of dolls sticking up, and this, that, and the other, you know. And then with Kathleen and Maria, it's like, okay, what do we do now? Who's going to go first? Shall we go together? You go first, and if it works out, I'll come after you. You know, so it's really a whole process of dowsing. You know, what dimension are we in? And we got ourselves into this dimension. How do we get out? You know, they may hear your voice, but they may not see your body. And then the last one, David and I did a project, and Calvin, down at No Space with Guillermo was painting. And I had a talk with Guillermo on the roof. And we had a good discussion, and we decided to focus our attention on, I don't remember what now, but I already had a lot of rights. So I mixed a bunch of the political stuff and this overview of the planetary stuff, which I've always been possessed with, and scientists have this information, or they have one aspect of it. So I've been studying a lot of this. What are galaxies? How do they look? What does the whole thing look like? Where is our planet in this whole picture? And David has this incredible warm-up. And I looked over, and he went away. He was off on the reservoir, and he went away. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. I said, would you do that? Would you just do what you're doing? It's gorgeous final work. And then I took a table, and I had a white piece of paper, and I took all the elements from the work, and I actually tried to speak and dance and do drawings and move objects and throw things in the air and use my dowsing rod all at the same time. It was terrible. And so I kept working on the text and kept working on the text. And the text that I have is actually 4 texts mixed together. So I'm also a collage artist. I paste and patch and cut and edit it until it's really whatever it is. I think I'm finished.
Next we have Miguel Gutierrez, who is our final artist in the festival, and he will be performing this weekend. If you haven't already bought your tickets, take Julie up on her offer and get $15 tickets tonight before you leave. And he's from New York, although he is a former Bay Area resident as well.
I want to actually do it myself. Okay, I have to get to it. It's going to take a second.
Oh, while he's there, I have to make something clear. I was terrible. David was fabulous. Guillermo was fabulous. The whole thing. I was.
So,